All right. Good evening. As you can see by the title, licensing issues by New Wave Toys. I just got an email this morning about it. I always tell people that never expect anything until you see it on the sales floor. It is not a saying, it's a fact. Countercade, as I reported, Killer Instinct was supposed to come out, never did. Ghosts and Goblins, Countercade, by Arcade One Up, CES 2018. I think they showed it at. Never came out. Track and Field, as I reported by Numbskull a couple years ago, was going to come out. It did, and then I reported it might be on pre-order soon. It was on pre-order within less than 24 hours. They canceled it. Her licensing issues. They're going to come out with it again. Numbskull, and I heard they canceled it again. So, number one thing when it comes to arcades, the reason why they don't come out is either because of licensing issues or profitability. When there's cars involved, GM, Chrysler, Toyota, usually it's two reasons why they don't come out. Profitability, safety is why. Let me show you something. On this is really not original because as I reported, they have Nickelodeon symbol on here somewhere. And they're supposed to have a Konami. Well, just like New Wave Toys, the Berserk that I ordered was supposed to have an Atari logo on it. That's the original arcade. Well, licensing issues. They said no, they don't want it on there. I don't know who owns Berserk now. As I tell people, when you own a license, um, it's not like you could just build them and sell them and make money off it. It's a lot of headaches, even when it comes to YouTube licensing of music. Like when I'm out in a gym lifting weights, the smallest trace of music, the smallest trace that YouTube hears would use, or it becomes a copyright claim. And unfortunately, some music companies share the revenue with me, which is great. I don't mind sharing. Others really don't. So to avoid a copyright claim or strike on me, I should say, I delete that track off my video. Or I should say the audio off my video. And like I said, it's a lot of headaches. But anyway, to the point. Um, Licensing is very hard. It really is. It depends on the company and the person who you want to get the license from. It's a lot of legal stuff to it. And I tell people, and it's happening with New Wave Toys, they're having licensing issues. That it just proves me right. I tell them, people ask me all the time, why doesn't this game come out? Why doesn't that? I tell them, I don't have any control when it comes out. I could just say what it looks like might be coming out, or it is. And number one thing, licensing. So, um, like this, the original arcade is supposed to have a Konami symbol on it. It don't. It just got Nickelodeon. I don't think Nickelodeon owned the Turtles back then. I believe it was Mattel. Um, but there's, like, for an example, this arcade has two licenses: Konami Software, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, um, logos or models, faces, whatever you want to call it, owned by Nickelodeon. It's not that easy. On my Turtles over there, which is kind of weird, the arcade one up over there does have a Konami sign on it, but it also has a Nickelodeon logo on it. That was the old school when the Turtles first came out by Arcade One Up. So anything could change. You don't know. The other thing I want to talk about is, as I stated a while back, which I was right. I believe, or I said there might be some type of Arcade One Up management shakeup. I have heard that the CEO was terminated along with a bunch of managers. I don't know why, maybe not doing their job or a good job. And CES, there was no RK1UP representatives or new cabinets from what I heard. That could be bad or it could be good. We don't know. Time will tell, because I was going to get a Time Crisis arcade cabinet, but I'm just going to wait. Hopefully these RK1UP cabinets will come out better quality issue. One of the problems I don't like people on YouTube reviewing is they don't know what to review. They review things like the looks, they pick on the lights, or it bleeds through. They pick on designs, they don't know what to look for. I actually get inside the machine, as you saw in one of my past videos. I tore it apart. It's like, this is awful. You can't go by clicks, button presses, feels. I mean, it might be an okay indicator, but you actually got to rip inside the machine and look at it. They don't do that. A lot of these RK1UPs are in poor quality shape. I think when RK1UP, hopefully new management comes aboard, hopefully they will make these machines even better. Because you got to remember something. They're built of cheap parts. They raise the prices. Yeah, they might get a lot of profits, but that's short term. Because now people are not buying RK1UPs anymore because the quality is bad and they're just too expensive. I like this machine. I think was like $700, 600 when it first came out. I'm gonna say this is only worth like 300, 250. The screens are bad and stuff. If they want to build them that low quality, that's fine, but you got to lower the price. So what I'm hoping is RK1UP would change their image and come out with something way better. There's a lot of rumors and stuff like that in RK1UP machines. Like I said, when I do business R&D, research and development, I could kind of guess what's going to come out by what they ask me. But see, it's done by Numbskull, New Wave Toys, RK1UP, and some others. Then I had to try and take a guess who's doing what. But one of the things I did say, you look at one of my videos back then, I said, it looks like RK1UP's going to come out with some real coin doors, where you put the quarters in and stuff to play the games. Well, I was 100% right or 80% right. RK1UP could still do that, but there is a new arcade machine out there. I think it's called like Candy Pop or something, where you actually put quarters inside of the machine. So, with that said, the main thing about this video is I keep telling people, do not expect anything on the sales floor, or do not listen to anyone. Don't listen to me. Doesn't matter what I say. Doesn't matter what RK1UP says. Numbskull, your mom, your dad, CEO. You can listen to Jesus. He knows everything. Doesn't matter. Do not expect anything until you see it on the sales floor, because it could always cancel at the last minute. So, as far as New Wave Toys, the Berserk and the Frenzy, you could see on my community tab, I got an email this morning, and it's probably close to being canceled, because this just comes to prove what I told people before. It's a lot to licensing issues, and they didn't like the Atari symbol on it, you know. So life does suck, but hopefully they quit giving them problems. Um, Hopefully they will, um, just come out with the Berserk game or the Frenzy, because I ordered both of them. It's been about a year. I don't even think it's in production yet, but it's a sad email. It's good for me. It proves that I was right. And I tell people, licensing, number one reason. They keep saying, where's Mad TV? Smash TV, I'm sorry. Where's this? Where's that? I tell them, licensing. They could just about have it on a sales floor and take it off the market. Um, prime example, like another problem with licensing is like this game over there, X-Men. That was on the Xbox 360 as an app back then. And guess what? A lot of people had the game. They took the app down completely because of licensing issues, new licensing issues, because that game is owned by Walt Disney, the X-Men. So licensing could be a real headache, especially when it gets sold and bought. It becomes a real headache. So hopefully during 2024, I'm hoping that RK1UP comes out with much better games with this new management. Number one thing would be much better controls, because these are really awful. They're cheap. And before I go, I'm gonna well, no, I'm not going to. I don't feel like it. But take my word for it. If you look under RK1UP, I don't know about the new Turtles machine, but the old ones, they got the Nickelodeon on the bottom of it. They also have Konami on the top. Actually, let me show you for I take off for the night here. We'll zoom in over here. Let's see. Where's the Turtles? Okay, right there. As you can see, right there is the Konami, and down on the bottom is right there's the Nickelodeon. So they got Konami and that on that. So with that said, I hope everyone has a good day. I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I got a lot of things to do. Right now I've been working out at the gym because I got a little chunky here. It's because of my broken ribs. So everyone have a good night. And like I said, the purpose of this video, it shows you that licensing could cause a lot of problems. It is not as easy as you think it is. So everyone game on, and we'll find out what comes out later.